National Park Service land. And there is a large amount of this country that truly isn't publicly owned or publicly accessible. These golf courses, I believe, are a big site that are sectioned off. You add up just how much of this land is restricted and government owned, and that is exactly how they hide all this stuff. Half Moon Bay in California, there's a big golf course, big private country club golf course area, and right off the cliffside, there is a huge buried, like, Greek-looking Romanesque college system there. And they say it was like a support system for some failed project they built. But if you take a look at it, it looks very obvious. A lot of it's kind of torn away now. You can look at those coordinates right there. You can Google it yourself. I would recommend doing it. I look on the street view, like on the beach itself, and you can see like the columns still to this day. Where none of it is removed and taken away. They said it was like some failed project that they were working on, but who just leaves those pillars there, especially when it's a big 40-toady country club like the Ritz-Carlton. So this is right off the coast,
Mavericks,
popular beach cove. And you look at the country club, and you kind of see it moving away a little bit right there.
that's crazy. Is this real?
There's the columns here, here. Look at the little street down. Look at up here. And you can see some shots of the there you go. So how
That's crazy. Who knew? My favorite surf break was sitting right on top of a fake history cover-up. I thought the crazy thing at Mavericks were the giant waves, not the Roman pillars. This site is plans to be done. The Mavericks using nothing more than ordinary methods. When discovered, it sounds absolutely insane. They used a basic construction method, the same kind builders use every day, but they slightly changed the settings so the laser line would be bigger than the earth instead of looking sharp. When you pointed it at a wall, it stared closely at the light. Something disturbing supposedly appeared. Tiny numbers, strange symbols, maybe the atmosphere covering the surface, almost exactly like the code of the movie The Matrix. The creepiest part is this. According to him, these weren't random patterns at all. He believes this could actually be the hidden structure our reality is built on. What shocked people even more is that everyone who looked into the laser claimed they saw the same thing. Not a single person said they saw nothing. Some even described the matrix as if the laser was opening a doorway into another layer of reality. The hidden structure of the most terrifying part of this discovery is that clear proof our reality is nothing more than a simulation created from this hidden code. So, what do you think? Did this scientist actually discover a way to glimpse the structure of reality? Or was it just an illusion created by the mind? Imagine trying to make a show and accidentally find the matrix work. That's not just a reflection. That's a concept of hidden in plain sight.
Sam Altman didn't build AI. Neither did Elon Musk. Neither did Jeff Bezos. Let me tell you who did. In 1956, a group of scientists gathered at Dartmouth College. Math professor John McCarthy, along with Marvin Minsky, Nathaniel Rochester, and Claude Shannon, coined the term artificial intelligence. They received a $7,500 private grant to study whether machines could think. What followed was decades of funding from DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, the same government agency that invented the internet, paid for by American taxpayers. That's where AI was actually born, not in a Silicon Valley garage, in a classroom, in a government lab, paid for by us. Then Altman, Bezos, and Musk showed up and came to audit. They didn't write Shakespeare, they didn't discover penicillin, but they scraped all of it. Every book ever written, every photo ever taken, every song, every story, every medical book, everything ever written by every author in the history of the world, without asking, without paying, without telling you, then build a subscription wall around your whole history and charge you to get in. That's not innovation, that's theft. DARPA built the internet with your tax dollars in the 1960s. A generation later, Google built a search engine on top of it and kept access free.
knowledge of 7 cameras per mile tracking every single person who drives on this road and storing that data for 30 days. And every single